Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hype Hip Hop Hazecast. I'm Hayes, and today I'm joined by Jacob Gordon, and we're going to be talking about Eternal Take Deluxe, the wait for it, our opinions, if it lived up to the hype, seeing how it aged almost like 9 months out, and so we're just going to get right into it. So how you doing, Jacob?
You could just call me Jake, bro.
Oh, Jake, all right, man. All right, so start off with like the wait. So about in 2018, a year after Love is Rage 2, he finally said something about his next album.
Yeah,
And he
I
said,
remember because so I remember that because it was his birthday and I had so this was before I really took Instagram seriously. Or I don't really take it seriously, but you know what I mean, like only posted myself. So I like made an Instagram post for him, and then I remember getting the notification for the cover, and I posted that too. And I remember like going on YouTube to like I was wondering if it was out, and I was like, and all I found was like inconclusive snippets and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
Which I wasn't like deep into snippets at the time, so it was just like I was really confused.
mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, nostalgia-wise, I like that cover more than like the one we got. But I still love the cover we got now. But like at the time, there's like the vibes and nostalgia. Like every time you go on SoundCloud for a leak, it would be that cover. It would be so tough. I love that cover a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. I
Then that
love
man,
the three covers, the not the one that he made us vote for, but the one he posted, the one he had as his profile pic, like back in probably November last year.
oh, the one where he was
Or
like ascending, where he was like, it was the
yeah,
UFO.
yeah.
That joint was so fire. It was so fire.
And then obviously the official cover, which I see you have the hoodie on right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got the hoodie. This hoodie that's real tough. It got the track list on the back, and like with the
Yeah,
track list, it's like the third cover,
yeah,
and yeah, they
yeah,
made
yeah.
it the track. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like the same font and all that kind of
That's
stuff.
tough.
It's real tough.
That's tough.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so I really love the second cover. The ones he made us vote, I didn't like the first cover at all. That joint looked whack. Like I don't know what he was going on with that one. Like that one was weird.
And I
And
remember
then
it just said featuring Sid, and I'm
yeah, bro.
like, who the
Yeah,
heck?
I was like, what that was it, bro? Bro, I was so confused. I was like, bro, you made us wait 3 years for album. This is the album cover you give us, bro. I was like, no, this shit is garbage.
I remember
But
going.
then,
Oh, sorry. I remember going on Snapchat and like posting it and going and telling everyone to vote for number two. I was like, please vote for this one. Like, do this for me.
um, the third cover, I liked it, but it didn't feel Eternal Take. It felt Love Is Rage 3. It didn't
Yeah,
feel like an Eternal Take.
facts, facts, facts.
It was cool how the posters were funny. I love the post. The posters were funny. It was like Rock Nation saved your career. Uzi have my kids or something like that. That joint was hilarious.
And I remember they were asking him to take them out too.
Yeah, that was sad fool. Like, but still, like, and I think it was cool how like he was in like the middle with like the globe and the key. That was actually kind of live, but like it just didn't feel like Eternal Take. It felt more like a Love Is Rage type of album, not really like the whole space theme. That's why I went with. That's why my favorite was number two.
Same.
Yeah. I'm not one for leaks. I never go out my way for leaks. I usually only stumble across them like accidentally. Like I remember I was listening to Love is Rage 2 on SoundCloud, and then the recommended, I finished it, and then the recommended after it were just a bunch of leaks. And that's how I found out about of course 1600 Rager Anthem. So many other leaks, bro. But like the leaks were so live. Like Eternal Take version 1, like the leaked version was so fire.
Bro.
Like
What was it? It
it would
was
have definitely. I think it would have
run
been
it up,
better
run it
than
up, run it up, run it up, run it up.
run it up. Run it up is so tough. Like I just I just I hate how people leak the album, man. If we got the original album, I still love the album we got, but the original album would have been so live. Like it would have been so tough, bro.
For me, like I don't support leaks, but like if they're leaked, I'm gonna listen to them. You know what I
I
mean? Like
mean, yeah,
I would never wish for a song to get leaked or like actually go out and leak a song myself, but if it's leaked, I'm gonna listen to it. So
yeah. Like like I don't support leaks, but if I go on Twitter and the streets saying proud of you leaked, I'm listening to that joint immediately. Like there's nothing around that. I'm listening to that joint immediately. Um, but yeah, so like that's how it kind of got into like the like deep Uzi culture, just
yeah,
like on just like the leaks on SoundCloud and things like that, and just doing research on the album. So I wanted that thing to drop so badly because I remember when I first got into hip hop, it was from the Migos, right? So my first the first ever like hip hop song I listened to, I grew up on like rock and pop music. So the first hip hop song I heard was Bad and Bougie. So I was exposed to the Migos first and Uzi. And at first I didn't like Uzi's verse because I thought his voice was weird, but I loved like the Migos. But then after a while, his voice grew on me, and I did more research, and that's how I got into Uzi. And then my friend put me on to Love Is Rage too. I just fell in love ever since.
So for me, since we're doing our first Uzi experience, I kind of got into hip hop. So first, my music taste was just whatever was on the radio, and then my music taste was like, you remember the Trap Nation anthems or like,
Oh no!
so I like
Dang.
I like those in like fifth and sixth grade, and then I was my friend told me to get SoundCloud because it was so much better than like non-premium Spotify. So I got that and went into the hip hop section of the top 50, and I found it was either Grow Up or You Was Right, and I listened to it first time. I did not like it, and then my friends Isaiah and Kenny, they're like my best friends. They told me to listen to Lil Uzi Vert, and I was like, oh, I think I know him. And then I listened to it was the other song that I didn't listen to, so it was either Grow Up or You Was Right, and I loved it immediately. He's been my favorite artist ever since. That was
That's tough,
2016.
man. Yeah. Um, what did you think of the singles he dropped? Like he just dropped That's a Rack, New Paddock, and Sanguine Paradise, and just did nothing with them. Like he just dropped them just to drop them.
So I remember for New Paddock, I remember because I was at camp when he dropped that snippet. So I came back from camp and I was like, this is tough. So I like screen recorded it and everything. Same thing with like Myron and
Mhm.
This Way, because those were 2018 snippets as well. And then like I just got the news midday that what's it called? New Paddock dropped, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm listening to this. I don't care if I have class.
You want to know the story about New Paddock with me?
Yeah.
I had on SoundCloud the snippet. I'll listen to the snippet, just like the New Paddock. Like I'll just listen to the snippet. It was just a loop of like 2 minutes of yeah. It was just a loop, bro. I had the dance memorized and everything, bro. Like it was so live, and I was going through my phone, and then I saw on Instagram like New Paddock drop just in the middle of the day, bro. Like it wasn't even the middle. It was at like 8 o'clock, right? So I'm walking to class. I'm in class. I start playing I didn't have earbuds, bro. So I had the phone up to my ear. I'm listening to New Paddock. And my teacher heard it. And he was like, no music in my classroom. And I was like, okay. So I literally, if the classroom is here and the door is right there, I literally stood like an inch outside the door and listened to the song. And the bell rung, but the song wasn't over. I literally stayed outside. I was late to class because I was listening to New Paddock. Like I literally stood outside and waited for the song to be over before walking back into class. Like
We were
it was
like
so worth it, bro. That song was so fire.
we were like in a like it was like so it was like because it was like September when it dropped, so or whatever whenever it was, so we were like getting into clubs or something. So there was the club fair. We were all in like the academic pit of our school. It's like the lowest floor, and I'm just like over in the corner like sitting at a chair like
And then I actually got wind of the reason how I found out about Sanguine Paradise and
that's
That's a
a
Rack was the Instagram Explore page. Like since I kept liking like all Uzi's posts, my Explore page was just a bunch of Uzi fan pages, and they would announce like a track would get leaked. So I went on SoundCloud and I had both songs memorized before I even dropped officially. And I was walking around school saying the lyrics, and everyone was like, "Bro, you're crazy. The song just dropped. How you know all the words of the song?" And like they all thought I was crazy. But like, yeah, those songs were crazy too. I just don't like how he just didn't do anything with it. He just kind of dropped the songs and then just kind of went MIA. Like I don't know what he did after that.
So for me, I also found the leaks too. Like it was either YouTube recommended or like I told you about my friend Isaiah. I think he told me about them. But like I remember I listened to Sanguine Paradise. It was called Money Keep Coming In at that
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I just like would only listen to that, and then I listened to like That's a Rack once. So I knew it existed, but I didn't really listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw the Canon covers, and then I was like, oh yeah, there's like and then it dropped they dropped the terrible mixed version of Sanguine, but then they fixed it. I was so mad at first.
Hold on, wait. All right. was it the version with like, you know how like in the elite version it was just like the one piano key
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he
yeah,
started going, but then in the version it was like the full like just the keys playing while he's talk like in the
yeah,
beginning. I
yeah.
actually like that version better. As like no, if they mixed it better but kept like the pianos in the beginning, I would have that would have been the version I would have kept.
So for me, the reason I didn't like it, it was a song structure. Which, by the way, I actually started making the leaked version, like remaking the beat. I have a remake on YouTube of it before it even dropped. But it was the song structure. So like when he comes back to "We be throwing money in the spiral," like after the second verse or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
and it has the keys. Then I thought the song structure was so good because it was like started so bare, and then you go back to this concept. It was just
Oh
like
yeah, and it like builds up or something like that.
it was a musical construction thing for me. That's why I like
Oh, got you,
that,
got you, got you.
if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
all right. Yeah. And then what did he do after that? Oh, then he dropped Futsal Shuffle.
Yeah.
That song, like that, when it first dropped, it was so just like refreshing because it didn't sound like anything we've heard before. And he had a dance.
For
I still don't know how to do the dance. I don't. He made a dance that only he could do, bro. I don't know how. I don't. That just wasn't fair. He dropped the.
I
He
can
made a whole
kind of do it.
dance.
I can kind of do it. Like I can kind of do it. I can't really
Uh,
do it, but you know. But I remember.
um.
Oh, he charted at like 5 because it was either like 3 or 4 Christmas songs were charting over him, and then like one Post Malone song. I
Mm-hmm.
was so mad because like he was basically robbed of a #1 hit.
Yeah. Then what he I thought he picked that number two.
I think it was 4.
It
I
was
think.
four.
I'm not sure.
All right. But yeah, like there's a lot of hype. But it was like one of those like it was cool for like a month and then it kind of like died down after that. Um, and then oh yeah, then he just dropped that way on a Sunday. Like that was so weird, bro. Like I was literally doing like service hours at like my school. I walk out the building. I just look at my story. My friend is like, "Yo, AJ, Uzi dropped a song." I'm like, "Bro, it's Sunday. He ain't dropped nothing." I check his SoundCloud. He just dropped the whole song. I was like, "What is going on, bro?"
Yeah, it's basically the same thing happened to me, except I was like chilling at home. I think I just ate breakfast, and my friend Brandon, I don't even know him in real life. He's from like North Carolina. I'm from Connecticut, but he was like, "Bro, that song Uzi just dropped was so mid," and I was like, "What song? You talking about Futsal Shuffle?" And he's like, "No, he just dropped." So then I went to
Nah,
his
that
I went to his Spotify page, bro, and I was jumping up and down in my kitchen for like 10 minutes straight listening to it.
bro, that way is so fire, bro. I don't care what anyone says.
Bro.
I really don't. Like, I really don't. And then I remember he was actually like super active on Twitter for
Yeah.
like a whole month straight. And then, all right, so let me tell you the story like when it actually dropped. So I hope my parents ain't watching this because this includes me skipping school. So I was, so we had mass, right? I go to a Catholic school, so we had mass, and I wasn't trying to go to mass. And my homie was like, "Yo, if we dip in the bathroom real fast and let everybody go, we'll be home free for a whole hour, right?" And I was like, "Bet, all right." So we in the bathroom just chilling, right? I'm in the stall because there's a teacher in there for a little bit. Now I was just hiding in the stall, right? And I have my phone on me, bro. I don't know why. I'm in like the bathroom stall with my whole ass laptop, just chilling, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. I was trying to listen since he said it was dropping next week. At this point, it was the Friday. It was the day it dropped, but he was supposed to drop the week after. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I have a whole week. Let me go through Uzi's whole discography before Eternal Take drops. I go to his Spotify page and I just see Eternal Take. And I was like, oh, maybe that's the pre-save, right? So I click on it and it was just everything. It was like Baby Pluto. It had the whole thing. And I was like, wait a minute, this ain't happening. I went on Twitter. The trend, I don't know how long it's been. It was only out for like a minute because it dropped at like 8 or like 9 o'clock or something like that.
10. It was 10.
It was 10. Yeah. Like I was in there. I forget the time, but it was like right after drop because then like the trending page, it just started and everyone was like, it actually dropped. I'm just in there just jumping around the baby Pluto for like a whole like 4 minutes. Like I was going crazy, and it was just hilarious, man. But like I was so hyped, and I'm just in class. Like I literally be in class listening to, because like in my English class, my teacher didn't care if we were listening to music because we were like writing something. So I'm just in the back of the class just vibing to Eternal Take, and it was just a great. It was like the best first listen ever. Like
So for my experience, it was actually kind of similar to yours, but I had just finished piano keyboard class. So it was like 10:05 maybe, and I had like uh I can't remember if it was a Uzi retweet or if I had titles notifications on at the time, but I saw title tweeted about Eternal Take, and I thought like, oh, maybe he just dropped it on title because that's like Jay-Z's streaming,
mhm.
and we're gonna have to wait another week for it on regular streaming. So I was like listening to the previews on title and trying to like sign up for title and stuff. And then like out of nowhere I found out that I think I got a Spotify notification for it, like the tweet. And then I was like, I literally went up to every single one of my friends because we had like a 25-minute free, and I was like, bro, Eternal Take actually just dropped. So I was just sitting there in the corner, like in the gym when everyone else was playing basketball. I had my headphones in and I was like, yeah, Chopstick came with a large long day.
Man, bro, no one believed me when I said it dropped. Cause I was so like all my friends, they're also Cardi fans, right? And I would always troll them. I'd be like, yo, hold up, ready to drop, hold up, ready to drop. And they would all check their phones and he would never drop, right? And I'd be that guy. And then when I said Eternal Take drop, they were like, you bullshit, bro. Like you not being for real. And then I was like, all right. And then I just and it was it was it was break. We were during break. And so we were all sitting at a table at the library, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. So I just started playing Silly Watch, and then they were like, "Is that a leak?" And I was like, "I told you he dropped the album," and they all whipped out their phones saying like, "Oh God, you weren't kidding." So yeah, it was so funny, man. Like and then like literally like the whole week just everyone wants to listen, like even the like Uzi like haters, like the people that didn't weren't like familiar with them, like everyone was listening to it. It was like a whole just school universal thing that everyone just listened to it.
Yeah. Like I saw a girl who I had never heard the words Lil Uzi Vert come out of her mouth or heard it anywhere near her. And I just saw her like click on Silly Watch on her computer when she was in free. And I was like, this is
bro
gonna be
you bro so so my girlfriend at the time, I tried putting her on the Uzi. She would not budge. She was like, "Oh, his voice is too high, man. He's just weird, right?" And then I had another friend, and she was like, "Uzi, he's okay, but he's not that good," and blah blah blah, right? I'm listening to the album, right? I come home, I check my phone. All of a sudden, both of them on their story going crazy about Eternal Take. I'm like, I'll put you on. Where's my recognition? Like y'all out here pretending to be day one Uzi fans, talking about some, oh, this album's so good. I love Lil Main. Like, be quiet, bro. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have known about Lil Main. So I don't want to hear nothing, bro. All right, so let's
I'm
get into
dead.
yeah. So let's just get into the album itself. We don't gotta go through like all the songs, but like, what are like just name a song that you like. Just name your favorite song right now, if you can, like just off the top of
I'm
your head.
sorry, easily. It's my most scrubbled track. I got Last Dot FM in May, and it still has 100 scrubbles. It has 105 because I just listened to it again. But I don't know. I just love that song. I think it was because mostly
Wait,
during
which
first
song?
listen.
You cut
the-
out for me a little bit. Which song?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah,
That was actually my least
because
favorite for a long time, but it just clicked.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of get that. But the on the first listen, I think why I like it so much is because the Baby Pluto section, like by You Better Move in Homecoming, I was like, if it's just gonna be this the entire album, I might get bored. I'm not gonna lie. But then I heard I'm Sorry in Celebration Station, and I was like, oh yeah, this is live. This is live.
hmm
So
I'm not gonna
I think it
lie.
was just like,
Nah, you finish.
go ahead.
All right.
I think it was just like, yeah,
Got you.
my
So for me,
fault.
for me, the Baby Pluto section was my favorite initially, but then as it aged, the Renji and like the regular Uzi section just became like the best for me. I remember Bay Pluto was so live. I was so mad because I was trying to like whoa or like dance. I was waiting for a beat drop, and that jump took like the whole half the song for the beat to drop. That actually kind of like made me mad. And then Lo Mein, he was just spitting. Say the Watch, he was spitting. Pop was probably the most hated song. That was my favorite song initially, probably because I like punchlines. And in the beginning, he was like, I was standing in denial. And then he said, if you don't get that line, I thought that was just hilarious. Like, like it was so obviously a punch. It was like the most obvious punchline ever. And then when he just said, if you didn't get it, you're stupid or whatever. Like that was hilarious.
Or
And
like,
then obviously you got the Balenci. That's iconic. And yeah.
um, for me, like when I re-listened today, in preparation for this, I kind of, especially during the Baby Pluto section, I kind of saw a lot of like Wayne type of punchlines
Oh yeah. Wayne is one of Uzi's biggest influences. Like
for sure.
808s and Heartbreaks, Lil Wayne, and like Thug. Those are
And
like
you can't forget Paramore.
Who's Paramore? Forgive me, I don't know who Paramore is, bro.
Ain't it fun living in the
Oh
real world?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you see, you know that video. He had the blonde hair. He in the car. He's singing that jump. Yeah.
I love that video, bro.
But yeah,
Um,
yeah, I heard a lot of Wayne too. But like, yeah, that's that first section. He was just kind of going off, and it was at that point I heard like he like in his albums he really didn't like spit like that. It was more like melodic stuff, and then in some of the leaks he was actually like spitting like that. And I was like, I want to hear more of this from Uzi. So like when I first heard Eternal Take, I love this. This is what I wanted to see from Uzi. And then when it switched to the Renji section, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna get bored of this because he's showing off his whole package, which is great.
definitely. Um, so for the Uzi section, I feel like that might be my least favorite just because I feel like those songs are kind of the most forgettable besides the two singles and P2. I don't know. I just for me those songs are kind of forgettable. Maybe just because it's towards the end and when I re-listen, I never really get there. But for me, that's just kind of the most forgettable part.
Let's see. Whoa. You wait. You know that section has Venita or Venetia. First, Venetia's top five on the
Tanisha.
album for me. And unpopular opinion, I'm not saying is the best, but all I'm saying, Urgency is a great song. It's a beautiful song. I love that song so much.
None of them are skips. I'm not saying any of them are bad, but like I don't know. Just for some reason, I forget about Venetia and like Secure the Bag when I think of EA. I don't know what it is.
Secure the Bag is bottom EA, but there was a point in time it was my favorite song.
For real?
Just I remember, yeah, it was one of my favorite songs, definitely. Like I was be in the crib. I was on the road, securing the bag. I was just in the crib singing that. I don't know why. But like, yeah, at least like every single song at one point was my favorite. Like it was so weird. Like first I went through a pop phase. I went through a You Better Move phase. Um, I went through a homecoming phase. I just went through a phase of everything, including urgency. Like all the songs were just great. But like my favorite it's been my favorite since like after like 2 months after the album, Chrome Heart Tags has been my absolute favorite. Like Chrome Heart Tags is like probably it might be my favorite Uzi song just ever. Like that song is just so beautiful. And then it's produced by Chief Keef. And
Oh yeah, I
it's
forgot
just
about that.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
you know
definitely
it's
the end section is crazy.
mhm. The funny thing, I don't know why I find it funny, just that like you think about Chief Keef and think about songs Love Sosa,
Yeah.
Finito, and then he made a beat, the choir and like these like angelic voices and things like that. You don't expect him to make that type of beat, but it was a great all around.
Yeah, for real.
And then this is probably another unpopular opinion. I'm not saying it's a better song because it's based off of the original, but or maybe because EXO got stale a little bit because I was into it so much. But there was a point in time where I liked part two more than EXO.
I could see that. I'm actually not even mad at that take, because definitely I could definitely hear someone say EXO's overplayed, and I could definitely like, I'm not gonna get mad at them for that. It's
Mm-hmm.
like top 25 most streamed songs of all time. Obviously it's overplayed, but like
Mm-hmm.
for me it just never gets old. I think they're kind of equal for me.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, usually when I listen to music, I'm working out, and P2 is more like they're like the same energy wise, and then in the middle, P2 picks up way more than EXO. So then, and it gets like way more hype, and that's why I liked it a lot more. I remember I made that take on Twitter, and I got crucified, so I just never said it again.
I feel like I saw that too.
Yeah, I made that. It was like in like April or May. I made that take, and everyone was just like deactivate, and I was like, damn, I'm just not gonna say that ever again. So, but yeah, overall, I remember for a while I thought I'm sorry and you better move were skips, but then they definitely grew on me a lot recently. More so, I'm sorry, you better move. It's cool. It's just gimmicky. Like it was really cool because like, oh, they get the pinball sample and all that. That was really cool. But then after a while, it just kind of got old.
Yeah,
And he was making some funny punchlines, but then like just like sonically, in my opinion, it's the
yeah,
worst. I think it's the worst song on the album.
probably.
Um, what would you rate it out of 10?
I'm extremely biased, but it's a 10 for me.
All right. I don't think it's a 10, but if I hear someone say it's a 10, I'm not gonna get mad at them. Cause as a Uzi fan, like I'm gonna enjoy anything he puts out. Like Pluto X Baby Pluto, I was disappointed, but I can still enjoy the album, right?
For real,
Like
yeah.
and like with Turn Up Take, it wasn't I didn't expect him to make it like EAV1, the leak stuff, because we already have it. And I liked how he showed off his versatility. And also like I, I just I just like the entire thing. And I always take Twitter's like opinion with a grain of salt because they've introduced me to like a lot of new music that I love, but
Yeah,
also somewhere they take I just don't understand. Like
death
I don't
grips.
understand how you can listen to Eternal Take and say it's bad. Like I just don't understand it. Like I've seen people give like a 3 and a 4. Like I
Yeah,
just don't understand. Like
I don't understand that either.
either I'm listening to a different version of Eternal Take or
I
my
feel
Spotify premium, my high stream, my high quality streaming. I don't know. Like I really don't know. Like
I don't. Sometimes I genuinely think there's something wrong with the people on hip hop
yeah,
Twitter.
yeah. Like I understand you can say it didn't live up to the hype because genuinely I don't think any album could live up to the hype that of that whole 3 year period. Like I can
Yeah,
understand that. I can understand if you didn't think it was good. But I'm not gonna bash you for not liking Uzi or you not thinking an album is good, right? But like to say it's bad, I don't know. Like I just can't agree with you there. And then
yeah.
a week later, he dropped the deluxe. What do you think about the
Oh,
deluxe?
so okay, I remember this because so I remember I was talking with Dad. I don't know if you know who Dad is. He's like always in the comments of YouTube. Uh, like every single YouTube video I watch, he's like the top comment. But I found him on Twitter, and he always does like um he always like lists the albums that are supposed to drop in the singles. And I remember asking him who Don Toliver was because I didn't know at the point, and I remember having Hell drop that same day. But so I was staying up to listen to the deluxe, and then there was a delay. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And I think this was the day that we went to remote in my school
Mhm.
because of COVID. So I naturally, just because I was so excited, I woke up at like 6:43.
You must have been disappointed.
No, 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 no. Because I knew it was gonna drop at 8. Because I before I dropped or before I went to sleep, I saw a tweet like saying it was dropping at 8. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep. So I woke up at 6. I was so energized, and I remember I was like making my cereal. I was listening to Heaven or Hell, just waiting for 8. and then I turned it on, and immediately I was kind of disappointed by the mixing on Myron.
Oh my god.
And
They they fumbled the bag on the mixing so hard, bro. Like you don't understand. I was waiting for Lotus and Kobe for so long. I had the boo boo ass snippet from the car speakers playing on a loop on SoundCloud. I be jammed to that for like 2 years, bro. That's how much I love those songs. Myron was fine. I don't think the mixing on Myron was bad. It was just not the sped up version that I'm used to. But I was like, it's cool. It went from a hype song to like a, like chill vibe song. And then Lotus came on, and then I was like, what is this garbage? I was so confused. Like I was like, this is not the Lotus I know. And like they could have dropped the car speaker version, and that would have been better than what they dropped, bro. Like I don't understand what happened. Like I was so upset.
so for me, I think the biggest disappointment besides the mixing was so when Uzi dropped the snippet of the second verse for Myron, not the original one, but the one like during the week between EA and the deluxe, the I can
Mm-hmm.
slip, slip,
So,
slip. Um, I remember hearing that. I was like, oh, okay, that's just a part we've never heard before. And then I listened to the song for the first time, and he completely got rid of the grease, bitch, we pop,
really popping,
bro.
balling on that. Like I'm talking, bro. That line was so hard, bro.
Bro,
Balling on like I'm talking. Oh my gosh, I
it's
love that
crazy
line so much.
because in 2019, it was my freshman year. I posted a picture of like a few pictures of me after a soccer game on Instagram, and the caption was "Hot grease, bitch, we pop." And then the song dropped, and I can't even say I knew about that song way before because it's not even on the song anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So
I remember. So I was in school. This was our last day before spring break,
mhm.
and the song dropped, and we still had a few minutes before class. And since the first song was Myron, I was singing. I was singing along with the song, and everyone was just looking at me. They're like, "Bro, what is wrong with you? How do you know this? Like it dropped literally right now, and you already know the words." And I was like, "Don't worry about it." But like, yeah, like I was just so disappointed with the mixing, and I I didn't like Yes Sirski. I didn't like What's Up. I liked and didn't like Strawberry Pizza. I was like in the middle. Like, and then I Can Show You, I thought it was cool. And towards the end, I started liking it a lot more. And then I hated No Auto. Like I was just overall just kind of disappointed because yeah, I hated No Auto point. But like I was just really disappointed because like the mixing was so bad. And then I just didn't like the songs. However, Moonlight went crazy. Moonlight went crazy. But like
Yeah,
after that, I was just upset. And Come This Way, Trap This Way. Like after a certain point, after it was after I Can Show You, it picked up a lot for me. So I wasn't that disappointed, but I was still like bummed that like the mixing was so bad. And I haven't. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So the reason why I like all the songs now is because I went on YouTube one day and then recommended, I just saw Being Kobe, Lil Uzi Vert remastered. And I was like, what is this? And then I clicked on it. And then it sounded smack like how it was supposed to sound, like all the auto tune. Like Chief Keefs was
yeah.
sounding like, yeah, he was sounding like how he was supposed to. And the one thing that pissed me off about the song was like how Lil Uzi, like he was like, um, you know how he said worry about the way he said worry pissed me off so much. When the remastered, they fixed it, and I was like, yes. And then I looked at his channel; he had all the songs just remastered. So I just went to YouTube to MP3. I just downloaded all of them, and then I just listened to this. I've never streamed any of the songs besides like the ones that weren't like snippets. So they just haven't gotten any streams from me because the mixing was just so terrible. But yeah,
Uh,
but like
that's actually hilarious.
yeah, but like now the songs that weren't snippets, I love Yes Sirski, What's Up. I still think No Auto, in my opinion, is the worst song, but I still like the song now. I like the song a lot more now. It's really hard, grimy, dark. I like the song a lot. And then Leaders is very underrated in my opinion.
Yeah. So for me, the non-snippet songs, especially No Auto, I don't know why you don't like that song because I'm Yeah, it's a sample from a the Carter one beat. So when Dirk says AD, why this like a Wayne beat, it's because that's actually like a sample from a Wayne beat. So I thought that line was really cool. But I just love that song because I remember the snippet that came out in the week between the two, and I was like, oh, this is kind of hard. So I was kind of waiting for that too. And for leaders, so this is kind of funny. So when he goes, no, no, I'm not a Marshall Apple, but I'm trying to go home. I got someone. Sorry, hold on. I got to think of the line. Oh, she gave me head like a cone. I break her heart like como esta garçon. It's funny because I said that a really similar line in a song of mine called "Hear It," which is on Spotify right now. I said like she broke my heart, so I bought the garçon. I said that like a month before. So when I heard she broke my heart, I
Nah, you
was
gotta
like,
get
"Oh,
your
that's
coin,
my
bro.
line."
Nah, you gotta sue, bro. You gotta sue. Get your coin, bro. You gotta get that paper. You gotta get that Uzi check.
I wasn't even mad. Like I was like, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike.
Yeah. I think one of my favorites when it first dropped was a Money Spread. It was because Young Nutty's verse was so funny. Like it was just so he's like it was so funny.
Bro, so I remember like there was a few days where I actually like slept to EA on repeat. And there was one day in particular where I woke up to Nudie saying, I got your
I got your bitch over here promoting my nuts. I was so confused when I first heard it, and I was like, "What?" And then he was a whole lot of white stuff. I was like, "Yo, what is going on?" Yeah, bro. But that song's hilarious. And then yeah, it was just in the beat. I just love the production. Like the beats on like the whole deluxe, I like. It's that like what they fumbled was the mixing.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, but then once I found that channel where like all the mixing was like remastered, like all of them sounded great. And I was like originally, I was so confused why people were saying the deluxe was better than the original because the mixing was so bad. And there was a time at first I went from I thinking EA original was better, then I thought the deluxe was better, then I thought EA again is now better. So they're both nines for me though. So I really like them and enjoyed them. Again, I I don't understand how people think it's bad, but like I can if you say it's mid, whatever. But I just don't get bad. Like bad
Yeah,
is like when I think bad, I think after jail 6ix9ine or like Little Xan, like or Harvard dropout Lil Pump. Like that's what I think about bad. Like I don't understand how you can group Eternal Take in that same category.
yeah,
Like like yeah, that's really all I got. I mean,
same.
yeah, I mean, I enjoy both albums. It's been a while. It was a wild ride just waiting for the album, just like all that stuff.
For sure.
And I really liked how he let for the deluxe he let us pick like the snippets that we wanted. That was really
Yeah,
cool. Like basically all of the snippets I wanted minus Proud of You and Thought Back made the cut. So
same. I feel like there's one that I wanted.
Mission to the Loop,
Those
but that
two,
ended
and
up leaking.
yeah. I honestly I didn't even like that I didn't like the mission to the loop part. I like see like I liked it when it was just Batman, but then once it kind of started becoming mission to the loop, I feel like it became overrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, I still like it. I remember this on Twitter, and then people were saying it leaked. I was like, "There's no way," and then it leaked, and I was like, "This is going crazy. This is going so crazy."
Yeah, the and that beat was mixed amazingly.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It was, but yeah, the only other snippets I would want would be Thought Back and Proud of You. But he said he's gonna drop Proud of You. He said on live he's gonna drop Proud of You.
that
I don't
line.
know if I don't know if he actually gonna drop it. I hope he does.
He's probably
But
going to. I trust him. I trust him. I trust him.
yeah. The hype is too much for him to not drop Proud of. Like that'd be a whole fumbled bag. And plus, like all the diehard fans like Proud of You, but I feel like it would be a great. It would do really well commercially. Like just
Yeah,
like in the mainstream, I feel like the mainstream would like it too.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for coming on, Jake. We had a lot of fun talking about probably my that was my second favorite album that dropped. Actually, no, fourth favorite that dropped from 2020. So yeah, thanks for your time, bro. Come back anytime you want. It was fun talking with you, man. All right,
All
thank
right.
y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. This is the Hype Hip Hop Hazecast. Thanks for watching.